a good friend like the Nawazes and the Baris for so many years, and all of you. And believe me, I won't forget, your support. John, do you want to go over the contribution limit? There have to be personal checks, but actually an individual can give 2,000, but only 250 of the 2,000 is matchable 8-to-1. So every 250, if you can give 2,000, we still get the 250, but the 250 is the leverage, because every 250 from a New York City resident, it could be husband and wife, it could be children as well. Every 250 is matched 8-to-1 for up to 2,000. So we appreciate the support. We already have about $2 million, but we can go up to $4 million. So we got a long ways to go yet, but we're going to be on TV. We're going to have direct mail, and we're going to reach out to all the communities, especially the Bangladeshi community, the South Asian community that I've been so involved with for almost 20 years in elective office. 8 years in the city council, now 11 and a half years in the assembly. So it's a community that I know well. It's an important. I've been a champion for the immigrant community, all immigrants. My mom immigrated here from Cuba. She was 8 years old. She didn't speak a word of English when she came here. She went to our public schools. She went to CUNY. She met my father at CUNY. She became a teacher, and she now has a teacher's pension. She just turned 91 on April 2nd. She just turned 91, and she keeps asking me about her pension. So if for nothing else, I have to protect my mother's pension, but I want to protect all retirees' pensions, over 700,000, and I think that's important. So I'd be happy to answer questions from the media or anybody else.
Yes. Yeah, I'd like to get your opinion about recently the Asians are the they are the everywhere the Asian people are attacked by the people that are hate crime against Asian people. What about your opinion, and how you can help us to protect
the crime?
Yeah. Prevent this crime.
Of all the candidates running, I'm the only one that's not trying to defund the police, and I'll tell you why. Because we've already seen a spike in gun violence in many neighborhoods, all neighborhoods, and we need to enforce hate crimes. We need more police assigned to hate crime units. We need more police to do community policing. Look, I voted for all the police reforms in Albany. I voted for all of them. Good. We needed more transparency. But overall, 95% of the NYPD are good officers, and they become much more diverse, by the way. And they've been living more than 50% now live in New York City. It used to be everybody lived on Long Island or suburban. The newer classes are more diverse. They represent the community. There's a whole Desi society in the police department. There's a very large Bangladeshi. A lot of the new officers are Bangladeshi and South Asian. So we've made an effort. When I was in the city council, it was almost all white Irish male. Almost all of them when I was first elected to the city council in 2001. We made an effort because it became an issue to diversify the police departments, to make them look more like the communities that they're representing. And it has happened. One of my former staffers comes out of the Bangladeshi community, Mohammed Rahman. Maybe a lot of you know him. His father's also Mohammed Rahman, lives in Jamaica. He goes to the Dar es Salaam mosque. You probably know that mosque. So he has another son who's a police officer, and he's in Queens. And my Mohammed Rahman, who worked for me, is now with the district attorney's office with Melinda Katz. He's a liaison in the community and prosecuting hate crimes, liaison to the district attorney, and that's very important to her, and it's important to me. So I think we have to cherish our diversity, but we also have to involve all our communities in what we do publicly. So that's why I don't want to defund the police. I think we need more community policing. We need better relationships with the police. So that's what differentiates me from my other candidates. Most of my opponents are much more to the left, and they're trying to, throw the rhetoric on, defunding the police. But I have to tell you, I've been a progressive on social issues, on religious freedom, but when it comes to protecting our diverse constituency, that's where I draw the line. We need protection, and that's why we shouldn't be eliminating the police.
Defunded, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No
And
problem.
just one more thing, like my concern all the time in Ramadan time. Like my son, he just texted me, my two sons, they went to the masjid right now for Ramadan, that we have a
Right.
prayer, it's a Taraweeh. So actually we request, or my husband all the time request for the police patrol to, when we have a mosque, like this time, the Ramadan, because it's the late night prayer, and some neighbor, they don't understand that.
And early in the morning too.
And early in the morning too, but especially in the Ramadan time, because it's like more frequent, and I even myself, when all the time go to the masjid too. So just a request, like to the police, more like everywhere, like not even only Long Island, like everywhere, that the mosque could be like, watched by the police patrol, and then, before the Ramadan, like, it's already started, but still you can have that concern that we need more police patrol because of the situation, if the hate crime, all those rising up. So you can maybe request for that.
Oh, yeah, I
for
do it
us.
all the
We have
time. I
to-
have
yeah.
done it, and I think you'll see a lot more police presence now than you've ever seen, during Ramadan. And I've been fighting for that for years, and I think it's happening now. The last number of years, they've taken it very seriously. Certainly in our area, the 107th precinct, we just had a tragedy. I don't know if you've heard, the commanding officer of the 107th, committed suicide, unfortunately. I went to the wake, it was just last week. Horrible. A lot of pressure, and you gotta realize the police department is under a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
And the answer is not to demonize them. The answer is to get help,
Everywhere, there's some good people, some bad people. You never can prevent that 100%, everybody is gonna be the 100% right, we are the people, we do mistake, but we have to understand, we have to work with all of them. But thank you so much, but this is my concern, and I request you to more like, give you the request, more controller, like police patrol should be in our mosque area, and especially this holy month,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your concern.